It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Toronto Raptors at Air Canada Center. For the Raptors, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season, Ernie.
Huge deals.
Huge deals. But typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in mid-season. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second championship.
Good point. New players would be slow to acclimate. But, Ernie, I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk and sometimes not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut, and sometimes I don't.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Center here in downtown Toronto. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And, of course, LeBron James. Many wonder how they'll do without him. Well, we'll soon find out.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge out on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, Tristan Thompson is one of the elite offensive rebounders in the league. He said, for me, it's always see ball, get ball, and just bring the energy. And be that guy that when I check in, guys on the other team are like, oh, no, he's here tonight? That's my mentality. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And clearly Thompson knows his role on this team. Got to admire how hard he goes on the glass. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. J.R. Smith out there with Hill, and it's Hood in at the 3 slot. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Anunoby. Screened by Ibaka. And Thompson sends it back. Smith the pass to Hood. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's Love. Thompson dishes to Smith. Hood kicks to Hill. Sinks the three-pointer. Hill's got the first 3 points tonight for the Cavs. Screen by Ibaka. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And you have to appreciate how quickly Ibaka gets in position on the screen. Not every big man can do that.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Hill passes to Hood, and he gets it to go. Hood's got his first points in this one.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
With the putback and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is Hill. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Love dishes to Hood. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
And he makes the first. And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or two away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. DeRozan with it. 38 points for him last game against Miami.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Hill kicks to Thompson. It's back to Hill. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. They get it again. No good from Valanciunas. Cavaliers leading. Smith kicks to Hill. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Toronto.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on the scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
Nice shot by Smith.
JR maybe leaking out just a little bit, but has a strong sense of where to run to get the score.
They set the pick. Valanciunas with a screen on Hill. Pass to DeRozan. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Thompson, a screen on Lowry. Hill drives in. Here's Thompson. DeRozan with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Hill against Lowry. Pick up by Hill. Love the pass to Hood. Back to Love. Over Ibaka. That misses off the backboard.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Anunoby, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Now here is Hill. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Love can't hit. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. DeRozan against Thompson. Valanciunas inside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Hill dishes to Hood. Feeds it to Love.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
And it's Miles missing. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Hill. Smith's got his second basket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to DeRozan. Off the pick. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him. And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork helped this guy live at the line.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both. And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework, and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by George Hill. Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan, here we go. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
So both teams making some changes here. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Passes it to Zizic. They set the pick. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Wright kicks to Valanciunas. It's good. Now it's a 6-point Toronto lead. For Cleveland, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Now Korver, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now the pass to Zizic. He dishes it to Clarkson. Out to Nance. Shoots the 3. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors leading by 6. And the wide open shot from Miles. Offensive rebound. No good from Valanciunas.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Outside for Korver and stolen by Wright. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Clarkson passes to Korver. Over Wright. Korver, good. Korver's got his first bucket in this one.
And hey, that's Korver's go-to. As soon as he catches that ball right there, it's going right up. Gotta love that approach.
Up top, Valanciunas. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
They get it back. And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. There's the pick. And here's Miles outside. Miles with another miss.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Osman, 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Van Vliet. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He kicks it to Miles. The feet to Valanciunas. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Dishes it to Clarkson. Kicks it to Nance. Here's Zizic. 8 points his last outing. 5 to shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Throw good. Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Pirtle, he is checked in for the Raptors. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Stolen by Clarkson. Pass to Zizic. On the wing, Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around. Clarkson dishes to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Nance. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a two-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run-and-gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
It's stolen by Korver. Pulls up on the elbow. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
It's Miles atop the key. And Wright kicks to Pirtle. Back to Wright. 6 to shoot. Pirtle sets the pick for Wright to stop the run. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Here's Van Vliet, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's good.
When Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And here's Korver. 5 points in the game. They set the screen. Here's Clarkson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Clarkson's got his second basket of the night. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers ahead. Ending the first quarter with a tremendous 17-4 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench. That's been the difference here so far.
Well, a good coach always optimizes his rotation, and in the first quarter, he did a great job of that.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Larry Nance out there with Zizic. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
And DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. Throw good. Clarkson. So he gets them both. And the Cavs' big three completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
Now, here's Clarkson after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. To the paint. And it's Korver in the corner. A 3-ball. And Poeltl pulls it down. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Anunoby. That one wide left. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Osman. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Anunoby. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Both teams will make substitutions. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And DeRozan, here we go. The pick and roll takes great timing for both players and a feel for the game and what the defense is going to show. Brent, in your opinion, which tandems are the best at running it?
Well, I think Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams have really done a great job of establishing a great chemistry in the pick and roll. And it's interesting, Kevin, because as centers and point guards play together, the more games that they have, the more used to one another they are in terms of sometimes setting good hard screens and sometimes not really setting a screen at all, setting up the slip and creating opportunities that way. Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Chris Paul, insert player here. Pretty good combinations.
Yeah, I like that.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Hill kicks to Hood. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line. And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
And free throw good from Hood. Raptors trail by 8. Outside Lowry. And they double up DeRozan. Shoots the 3. And it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Smith for 3. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Anunoby, covered by Hood. Lowry against Hill, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. Here's DeRozan, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lowry against Hill. There's the dish to Love. Inside, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Not easy to prevent Tristan Thompson from scoring in that position. Got to try to body him up.
For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And he gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hill with it. He's got 5, and it's Hood in the corner. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
First free throw is good.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
Now here's Lowry, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kicks it out to Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Love's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland.
He's got great touch from deep. Kevin Love so capable from the outside. A great offensive weapon from there.
And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. Back to DeRozan. The shot, no good. Good D from Love. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Hill kicks to Hood. Thompson outside. Now here's Hood. He's tightly guarded, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And a lot of speculation, Greg, this past summer for where Kyle Lowry would end up. Ultimately, he decides to stay with Toronto.
Yeah, you know, Lowry visited other teams, but felt he had unfinished business in Toronto, and teams up with DeRozan so well. Just a great fit for both sides when you look at it.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for DeMar DeRozan. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's getting around 28 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Now here is Hill. 5 points in the game. Outside Lowry. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Hill passes to Love. The drive by Hill, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Free throw drops for Hill.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Anunoby. No good on the second free throw. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
And here is Hill following Kyle Lowry's 3. Hood kicks to Love. Hood dishes to Thompson. Out to Hood. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Miles the pass to DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Now here is Hill. He's got 6. Out to Smith. It's stolen by DeRozan. 4-on-3 break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw dropped for DeRozan. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Offensive rebound to halt the run. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Ibaka. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Hood. He can't get that one, and Toronto will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you tried to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Feeds to Love. The screen from Thompson. Off the screen, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Miles. Screen by Ibaka. Miles dishes to DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now Clarkson, he has 7. They set the pick. Zizic passes to Korver. Sinks that one from the post. Korver's got 7 points. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on an 18-5 run. Valanciunas with a screen on Korver. DeRozan against Korver. And again, it's DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got 24 points.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Passes it to Zizic. Nance a screen. Osman scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
Not a shot the coaches are going to draw up often for him, and he makes it with the defense closing in.
There's the pick. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. 1:27 left in the first half of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Miles. It's tipped. Here's Korver. And it's Miles with the rebound.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
White is checked in for the Raptors. There's the double team with Korver. Here's Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy, and that was easy.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Raptors getting the bucket. Clarkson can't hit from in close.
Yeah, and the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Now here's Wright. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. 4 on the clock. Valanciunas sets a screen for Wright. The Cavaliers pull it in. Nance has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Korver off the drive.
How about Kyle Korver there, the veteran presence to draw the foul, wait for the contact while shooting.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Kyle Korver at the line is lights out. And if there's guys on the floor you don't want to foul, Kyle Korver would be the one.
Both free throws good from Korver. Here's Van Vliet. Releases from 15. That's short off the rim. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the Toronto Raptors. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Jonas Valanciunas. You have been in the zone so far. What has your approach been down low in the paint?
You know, I'm just playing my game. Kyle Lowry doing a great job passing the ball, so, you know, it's good to play like that.
Starts with inside-out play, right? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 24 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass cleaned.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
Raptors leading by 4. Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. And it's Wright in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Now here's DeRozan. Cans it from short range. DeRozan's got the first basket of the third quarter for Toronto.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And Hill throws it down.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Raptors shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here is Hill. It's a pick by Love. Thompson dishes to Hood. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And a look here at the shot chart for the Raptors.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
That free throw, no good. And Toronto making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. And the second free throw, good. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Hill. Thompson passes to Hill. Out to Hood. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And Ibaka kicks to Valanciunas. A second chance effort, and Thompson sends it back. And a wide open look for Hood. And it's Hood again missing.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Smith against DeRozan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Over to the wing. Here's Love. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Love's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Kevin Love showing a lot of his interior game there.
Here's DeRozan. He has 30. Valanciunas with a screen on Smith. Up off the screen, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Here's Hill. That misses off the backboard.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Anunoby passes to Valanciunas. DeRozan against Smith. And there's the pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Screened by Ibaka. Right at the free throw line. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Cavaliers trail by 8.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
And here's DeRozan after Rodney Hood was able to get the triple. And DeRozan kicks to right. Pulls up on the wing. Raptors get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Back to Valanciunas. Hill against DeRozan. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Over Love. And the rejection by Love. Here's Hood. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
The screen from Thompson. Shot off the screen. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Right. That's a 2-pointer. Toronto with the first shot clock.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound. Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Raptors leading by 3. There's a screen. Screen by Ibaka. The feed to DeRozan. Over Smith. And it's DeRozan missing.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
Smith against DeRozan. It's a pick by Love. Here's Smith. Toronto grabs the miss.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Here's Hood after the Raptors pick up 2. He feeds it to Thompson. Hood dishes to Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. DeMar DeRozan on top.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Timeout called, Cleveland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Clarkson passes to Zizic. Out to Nance. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nance has got 5 now.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
This is to Miles. Pass to Siakam. Toronto working the ball around now. There's the pick. Kicks to Miles. Shoots from 14. That's good on the jump shot. And the Raptors lead by 5. The Cavaliers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Clarkson passes to Zizic. Back to Clarkson. And he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Van Vliet. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And here's Miles outside, and the Raptors hit again from deep. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here's Clarkson to the middle. Here's Korver. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the...
Oh! You saw that.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And it's Miles missing. Cleveland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Korver.
Beautiful work from Korver, hustling in transition and outworking a couple of defenders.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. He dishes it to Pirtle. Outside Lowry for 3. Here's Siakam, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Out to Nance. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Nance has got 10.
And while Korver is certainly a threat to score at all times, his passing is also an exceptional part of his game.
They set the pick. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Out of hand on it. Now Cleveland moving it up. Clarkson up top for the tie. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Lowry. Averaging 13 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Take a break.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Raptors with the lead. Here's Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for DeRozan.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 5. Bertle sets the pick for Lowry. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's Greg been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the screen. Miles with the screen on Korver. There's the 3. Again, the miss by Lowry.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Count that bucket. Now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. And 2 for 1, that's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
And they pick up 2.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Zizic passes to Korver. In the corner, Nance with it. From outside the arc, and there's Korver on the assist by Nance. 14 points for Kyle Korver.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Get the pass, attack. Pass, attack. But down there, we got to get stopped.
Dwayne Casey focusing on ball movement and finishing strong, but also getting it done on D.
Yeah, getting stops and then taking care of the boards. It's only working if you get control of the basketball.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Thompson. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Nance. Goes back up. Hurdle. That's tipped. The dish to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Clarkson. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And that's where the defense failed. You can't let him throw that down. You've got to get over and foul him, send him to the free throw line.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Osman, defended by Miles. And that one good from Clarkson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Siakam, the second chance points on the tip in. Here's Clarkson. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Miles with it. Larry Nance comes up with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Korver kicks to Clarkson. Nance a screen. And it's blocked.
And you got to give appreciation to how Hurdle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And some changes here for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Pirtle. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Anunoby subbed in for C.J. Miles.
One shot.
That free throw good from Nance. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Screened by Valanciunas. Pass to Anunoby. He kicks it to DeRozan. In the corner, Ibaka with it. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Hill against Lowry. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Fires from the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Here's Love. Thompson outside. On the wing, Hill. Feeds it to Smith. Shoots over DeRozan. The shot's good from Smith. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
Those are shots that J.R. Smith can make pretty consistently. You're going to have to D up, or those will be the consequences. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. On the wing, Thompson. Left side, Hood. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor. And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
The shot's good from Love.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Raptors trail by 7. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Outside Lowry. The tray. That one misses. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
I think about it, there's not many times that Kevin Love is out on the floor where he's forcing much of the action. He eases into spots on the floor, is ready to shoot and score. Very natural playing this game.
Both free throws good from Love. Raptors trail by 9. Now here's DeRozan. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Ibaka with the screen on Love. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
The lead pushed to double digits. Hood's got 19 points.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
And the Raptors call time here. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin will see if they have enough to get it done.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Used the screen and took it all the way.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Nice shot by Smith.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Ibaka, passes it to DeRozan. Over Smith. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from DeMar DeRozan.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Hill kicks to Smith. Love with the screen on DeRozan. And the pass to Love. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cleveland leading by 13, and Hill has it in the corner. They get it back. Love dishes to Thompson. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Smith kicks to Hood. Got a hand on it. Here's Anunoby. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Love with the screen on DeRozan. Smith the pass to Love. Back to Smith. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Anunoby's got 10 points here in the second half.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Love fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
One shot.
And that one falls for Love. Raptors trail by 10. Screen by Ibaka. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Smith. It's DeRozan with the drive. And Thompson sends it back. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Smith's running.
Love and his athleticism can sneak up on you. He enjoys getting to the rim and putting a D in a tough spot.
And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Love. And so here's Toronto. A 12-point game. Hill against Lowry. The feed to Valanciunas. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And DeRozan, here we go. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Love.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
No, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
One shot, find the lanes.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Hill kicks to Love. It's back to Hill. Good on the wing. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. For the 3. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists tonight. And the Raptors call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Pass to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Layup off the pick. Here's Valanciunas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Hill. And he knocks down the first one. And the Raptors making a change here. Miles is checked in. Valanciunas hits them both. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Hill kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Love. Dishes to Hill. 6 to shoot. Count it. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Got to admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
And the rejection by Love. Pushing it up. Smith for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Cleveland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Hill kicks to Hood. Thompson sets the pick for Hood. Love dishes to Thompson. Over Ibaka. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
Hill passes to Thompson. Love outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Anunoby, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends him back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
First free throw is good. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. Both free throws good from Kevin Love. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, but
you had I can see you shaking your head and you kind of laughed at it.
I just can't see it happening.
The game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh?
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Cleveland.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Love.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and a wrecking ball on both ends.
Now Smith. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. JR, congrats on the win. You got yourself going, but it looked like everybody was going well tonight.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team, a lot of people who can score, and hopefully we can just keep building on it.
Well, you all contributed tonight. Thanks, JR. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.